Hey, new indicator. Just posted this down into Discord down the bottom. This is available now. Impulse acceleration detector. And there's a video, quick video, intro video on the indicator. So we're just going to dig in a little bit deeper, getting a buy signal here. How to use it. First up, I want the higher time frame to be trending in the same direction. We clearly have that. The only thing that I'm concerned about is how overextended this is. Fibonacci, right? Possibility it pulls back. So, anchored volume profile, throw it in here. All right, what I want to look at is this. Grab the fixed range volume profile, go from low to high, come across. It's reasonably thin through here, and we've got a little bit of volume going on, but this move without a decent pullback is, see here, look, you get that and then, comes back down in, well, I mean, it doesn't always have to. That moved without much of a pullback. So I'm just a little bit concerned about just how far overextended that is. If we grab VWAP, throw it on the low, throw it on, well, there. Okay, so it's, no matter where you place your VWAP, it's out there, right? So do I want to get involved long right now? No. 15-minute up the top left? Yeah. The other thing that I don't particularly like about this is lower high, okay? So I will let this one go. Right, let's have a look at the next one. So what have we got here? We've got a Euro Aussie 5-minute bullish break. Is it bullish? Yeah. Oh yeah, but I don't mind that. We've had a fair bit of activity here. Yeah, it's pushed right up there on the daily time frame. I don't mind it actually. A lot of indecision around here though. That's the only thing. You can see that with these candles. Okay. Have a look at it on the 30-minute. All right. So what the indicator gives us is that has broken out. We can actually bring it on. Velocity, what's it called? Impulse acceleration detector on the 30-minute. We can throw that on here. I'll just take it up to the top and drop it back one. Okay. So that is, okay, that'll give us some signals on the 30. Yeah, that's range bound. I'm not going to get involved with that. Now, the only way I would get involved with this would be, actually, we do have a higher low here. I don't mind that. But I would like to see this, the red conglomeration. All right, so we incorporate this indicator in with the rest of our strategy, and the rest of the strategy involves, we get involved with this trade on a bullish break. We want to see it break above purple and the red and orange cluster. Okay, red, this is a multi-volume profile. Volume profile being this blue shaded thing back here. So that's a multi-volume profile. There it is, right? So it's giving us what our blue shaded zone is giving us now. We've got a breakout of the current day value area high. So that's actually quite bullish. I don't mind it, but I would like to see it break above the previous, the red cluster on POC, just to make me feel like, we've got some momentum behind that. So what it's giving us, this trend here, this trend breakout, downtrend, breaks out. That's always what we're looking for. So what I'll do with this is go for another alert now. That one's just to kind of get me interested. But the one that I really want is going to be the volume profile. And we want the POC cluster bullish breakout, that one. And I'm going to make it make a droplet sound. Okay, create, and I'm going to go once per bar closed. Right, so that'll be a breakout of this. See if we get any momentum behind that. And see the blue dotted line? We got to get well above that. It's got to get above the blue dot, and, a breakout of this volume profile value area. Okay, so it goes into price discovery. While it's trading through the volume profile area here, that'll be range bound until it breaks out. Okay, so we want that push out. So that's the Euro Aussie. The dollar index, all right, that's a sell. I like it. Look at the trend. Nice. Short position. Okay, we're breaking under everything. Stop above the low. Oh, we got a previous week POC under here actually. But no, let's have a look. Is it bearish? Ooh. You know what? I'd be reluctant to take that. Why? Higher time frames. Oh, we got some alerts going off. The higher time frame's actually bullish. I don't want to go against the trend, right? So I'm not going to take that trade. Just ignore that. Even though all the VWAPs and everything are above, the only reason that's the case is because we've had this deep pullback. So I might hang in there with this one and wait and see what happens because of this mainly. So you want to be running with the higher time frame. So let's have a look at look at them. They're everywhere. Okay. Avalanche. What's Avalanche doing? Yeah. That's a buy signal. Is it bullish? It kind of wants to be. Oh, actually, I've got a MNQ buy. Oh, well, it's only saying buy because it's broken this trend line, right? So that's a trend line, and it's just had a little push up. So that's why I'm getting the green signal. I went long. I went short this morning based on this being overextended. See how overextended it is. So I've kind of gone against the grain here. I'm just looking to see if this pulls back down into this. See the previous VWAP area here from the high down to there. You can see the shade, and you've got that momentum. It's just really far away from that. So I'm thinking now we get a little bit of a move back down. Right. So, a buy signal kicked in and it's flashed on and off. That's okay. It's just telling us that we had a bit of a break, but the candle hasn't solidified. In other words, it's pulling back again. So once we get a signal and the candle closes, then that would stick. All right. So that one, I'll just wait, see how we go. Back over here, let's just go through some of the signals we got. ADA, oh, they're all moving, aren't they? Look. But the higher time frame's kind of bearish, guys, and I don't want to go against the trend. Okay, I'm not really wanting to counter trend this at the moment, even though there's definitely bullish momentum. I'm not convinced that we're going to be like the stock markets. I'm not convinced that, the VIX has really pulled back. I'm not convinced. Oh, yeah, it's pushed into big support. And it's a huge move, and a move back up would make a lot of sense, right? So I'm not convinced that this is turning around at all. Look at it. Okay, that's in a bearish trend. So Bitcoin and crypto, even though it's bullish on this pullback, until we break this downtrend, my bias is bearish. So I don't want to go against the trend. Yeah, especially when it's this far overextended. All right, I'll let that one go. Yeah, and Bitcoin is closely correlated with the indices. For all I know, that could work out, but just let it go for now. That'll be the same. There'll all be bullish breaks. Pound yen. Yeah, there you go. What's the higher time frame? It's bearish. Well, see, again, it's kind of overextended. Okay, down into, see the volume profile. When price moves to the other side of this low value area here, just be careful because it can whip through that and travel back very quickly. So I'm going to be really fussy with my setups. I don't want to just take anything. Well, we want to get A+ setups. So you got a value area here, right? Volume profile. And this is where a lot of business has been done through here. what you can get if it pushes through a value area quickly like that is it'll find liquidity and then come back up and be range bound until, you get a decisive break. All right, so I won't be shorting the pound yen at this point in time. Okay. I mean, look, you could go for quick bucket. The sell signal happened back here, right? Stop above that. Where are we now? That's 1 point. You could have closed 50% by now and pulled your stop loss to break even. I mean, that's an option if you want to do that. Pound yen, and then we got Euro Aussie. So I'm mainly just watching these at the moment. Well, here we go. Look, long position on that buy signal. Stop under the previous. That's already up, nearly 1R. You could close 50% by now. Okay. Anyway, we've only just released this today, so I don't want to get too carried away. Dollar index. All right, let's just throw a sell on there just for fun. Stop loss above that previous high, and just see if we get our 1R to take 50% off at 1R. Doesn't have to travel far. Look at that. See if that's a thing. Okay, dollar index, dollar CAD. That was a sell on that candle. You got a pullback. So you can actually go on the pullback as well. If you come in late, if you see a few of these and you click on them and it's pulled right back up into there, that's a thing. So that's 1R. If you got in on that pullback, well, not quite yet. Stop loss there. Actually, look, there's 1R. Okay, tight stop, guys. Look. Okay, that worked. Jeez, there's momentum, isn't there? Look, definitely momentum. Okay, dollar CAD, euro CAD. What's that looking like? Buy signal. But again, just refer to the higher time frame. Look at this big gap through here. It's going to pull back. And look, we've got lower highs. So that's the other thing too. If a signal goes off, I want to see, like we've got buy signals down here, I have to see a higher low without question. And then what that's giving me is like, look, see, it's a pullback. We break out, we come back down, and then we break out. So we're breaking out of this pullback, see? And we're breaking out of that pullback here. Just ignore the sell signals. And this is extremely overextended. Lower highs. All right. All that's telling you, I should change the wording. Just call it break, BR instead of buy. I might get my guy to do that. But see this, this move here. That's just a break. It's a bearish break. This move here, it's just a break of the trend. Look, pull back. All right, got another signal firing. It's all happening. Pound yen. So yeah, look, there's our pound yen. Look, another sell signal's kicked in. That one down here. I was looking for the breakout of the CD value area low. So that's broken the current day value area low on this, on our volume profile here, on the blue volume profile. So that was another signal. That's what that is, see, CDVAL. And the other one's dynamic break. All right, so I mean, so far, if I took all these signals today, we'd definitely be, 1R, dollar yen, short position on the sell, stop above, 1R, nearly 2R, depending on your stop loss, right? But that'd be another, possibly 1R if you're close to it. Okay, let's just call it 2R on every one of these CAD yen. You don't want to go against the grain, guys. Don't just take every one. But I mean, the thing with this is a really good strategy. Like when you get a breakout of a trend, it usually gives you something. Look, see the trend and the break? Yeah, but that's heading in the wrong direction. Just stick with, the only reason why there's sell signals is because we're underneath that blue dotted line, but you don't want to be taking these, all right? If you're going to get short, look at this bigger picture. If the higher time frame's bearish and this is a pullback, okay, so then, yeah, I mean, maybe, but there's a stop run after Asia, the Asia Open. See the cluster? Let's get get involved here, maybe. Maybe not. I mean, that could be too late. Anyway, what I prefer to see how it's a high or low. As I said, if the signal fires and you have clearly a lower high, you take that. That's the situation you want, right? Okay, trends down, we get a pullback. There's your sell. Trends down, you get a pullback, and it breaks. There's a sell. I want to see that lower high. There's a sell signal here. Look, lower high. Okay, that's important. So here, these are higher highs, so don't touch. Yeah, this one, I guess, it's a lower high. Anyway, I'm going to just throw a short in there, and we'll come back later on. I'll click through them and just run through them, and I'll see how they turned out. Now I'm short this one. I just want to keep an eye on that. Yeah, it's still hovering sideways. I was hoping this was a stop run into the Asia, and then we go down. We just wait, be patient. Yesterday, I saw this Asian session. Yeah, we had this breakout here and pull back, and I actually got long here, and I chickened out. I got long. It pulled back and it started to move, and I got long on the break above, something like that, somewhere there. Actually, I sent it in to VIP, and then I didn't send this one in. So I saw this pullback, and it did this from here to here, and I got a bit concerned. Stop was under, and I ended up bailing on that. Do you know what that's worth? I'm going to catch one of these sooner or later. The current level here, that's say 2,500. Just call that 2.5. So see 2.5. In dollar value, US dollar value, it's 50% of that. So go to 2,626, right? 213. So that would have been $1,300 had I have hung on to that and just followed it up while all these are green, and then close it when they turn red. That would have been up in there. So I would have closed it up. Anyway, that day will come, guys. I'm just, working with our new indicators. That's nearly 3. So that would have been nearly $1,500, maybe $1,400. You only need 3,000 to pass a prop firm challenge. But yeah, I'll be looking for that opportunity. And look at these signals. All right, guys, look, that's a bit of an overview. I'll wrap it up. To be continued. Have a great day, and see you in the next one.